How are we doing for what we can see? Do you need to see? I will probably just bring this a bit more over here. I mean, you would have thought that I sorted this out before we got started. Here we go. All right, so I want to get started on time, and it's literally 1:15 now. Let me just quickly give my camera a quick wipe. Ta-da! And let us get started. So hopefully the audio is all okay. If not, do let me know. I'm assuming the audio is fine. Let's get started. All right, so we've got a gentle class today. No equipment needed. All you need is your mat. What you can do in terms of, give me 2 seconds. So yeah, in terms of just setting up, just make sure that you've got space today. So before we go, so you don't end up having to sort of shuffle around as we go, make sure you've got space to bring your arms all the way up and overhead behind you and back again without hitting anything. And make sure you've got space to bring your arms out into a T position. This is about as good as I can get with the camera where it is. Okay. So we're going to start with our pelvic curl. I usually start classes with a pelvic curl. So we've got our hand down to the floor. Collarbone is nice and wide. And just allow the spine to sink into the mat here. Take in nice deep breaths. So tuck and tilt the tailbone a few times. And then just settle into what feels like a neutral position with your pelvis. So you're not tucking and you're not tilting. We'll take an inhale here. As you breathe out, you're going to tilt the hips towards your nose and you're going to push the hips up towards the ceiling. You can take an in-breath at the top and you're going to exhale, bring the spine back down. So you're bringing the spine down from as high up as you can, keeping the hips high for as long as you can. So I'm trying to work through my spine piece by piece. And I'm settling into my neutral pelvis. Go again. So inhale, exhale, tilting the spine, lifting. I think it's better this direction. Yeah, it's better. Really open up the front of the hips. Take a deep breath in here. The arms are pressured into the mat for this version. And then exhale, bring the spine down. Now we're going to progress this one today. So from here, on your exhale, you lift the spine. So the spine is lifting like a string of pearls off the mat. Once the hips are up high, this time you're going to reach the arms up and overhead behind you. Now you're going to keep reaching the arms away from your knees as you bring the spine down piece by piece. Then once the hips are onto the floor, you're going to bring the arms forward again. Inhale, exhale, lift. When you reach the arms up overhead, imagine you're trying to reach your fingertips in the opposite direction to your knees, and you're also trying to reach your knees opposite direction to your fingertips. And you keep that reach between knees and fingertips going as you bring the spine down. Hands down by your side. We go again. Inhale. Try not to let the toes lift here. So make sure all 10 toes are pushing into the floor. Reach the arms, reach the arms, reach the arms. Keep reaching. Bring the spine down. And then last one here. Arms down by your side. Pushing into the hands to lift the spine. Opening out the front of the hips best you can. If you feel it in your lower back, then bring the ribcage down a bit more if you need to. Arms reaching. Spine comes back down. From here, we're going to hug the legs in towards the chest. Really hugging the thighs as close to the body as you can. We'll come back to this move again. It's not really a move, it's a bit of a rest here. And then from here, 1 foot at a time onto the floor. Bring the legs together, knees together, arms up over the shoulders. Now on your inhale, like we did last week with the ball, but today without the ball, we're going to reach the arms out to T position, hover the arms off the floor, and then bring the hands back over the shoulders. Arms out to T position. Hands over shoulders. We're only doing 2 more of these. I love that after telling you to make sure that you had space to bring your arms out to T position. I'm narrowly missing a lot of my furniture right now. We'll do one more. Holding the arms there. Reach, reach, reach. Hovering the arms off the floor. And then you're going to place the arms all the way down. So you've got your feet and your thighs and your knees glued together, your legs glued together. On your inhale, you're going to twist both knees to your right. Allow the left foot to stack on top of your right foot and keep that left shoulder onto the floor. So both shoulders stay anchored to your mat. Use your exhale and draw into your center to help you bring your legs back through center. We go over to the left. So I'm twisting both legs to the left. I'm reaching my knees away from my pelvis. I'm drawing my rib cage back in the opposite direction to my knees. And I find strength in my center, and everyone's center is going to feel like a different place to bring the legs back through center. Keep going. Just alternating sides here. For me, that exhale helps to bring my legs back through to center. So as I tilt to the left, the right foot just stacks on top of the left foot. And then back, we're going to go one more time each side. And then last one. Bring legs back to center. And that's important that we take our legs into tabletop one at a time so we look after our lower back. 1 and 2. We're going to place one hand onto each knee. I'll give you 2 levels here. You can stay with the head onto the floor, or if you want to, you can lift the head and chest. If this is making you really strain in your neck, just keep the head down. I'm going to go head down version on this side. So rib cage stays drawn down towards your body. On your inhale, you're going to reach your right arm and your right leg away from each other. Don't let that right leg go too low. And you're going to exhale and bring the arm and leg back again. So if you're lifted, you're here. You're bringing the arm to around the height of the ear and then coming back again. Keep going the same side. So still on the right, this is number 3. And then last one, I inhale and exhale back. Other side, so left arm, left leg reaching. And back. Option to lift. And back. Last 2. I want to lie down on the mat today. I don't want my head, chest lifted. It's gentle Pilates anyway, so there you go. Last one. And back. From here, we're going to place both hands onto the right knee. Lift the left leg up towards the ceiling, and we're going to swing ourselves up to seated. I was looking forward to that bit. I'm not going to lie. So hold it on to your right leg here. Hug the thigh in towards your body, shoulders away from ears. Left arm reaches out in front of you. You're going to rotate towards your left. So this thigh stays as close to the body as I can, and I rotate to my left. And forward. Try and keep the hips still. So by holding this leg here, it should help you stabilize the hips. 2 more. One more of these rotations. We've got another move on this side. So now we're going to circle the arm. As you circle that left arm up and around, watch the arm as it goes. So we're really allowing the rib cage to move. And then forward. And again, circle up, around. The circles are as wide or as small as you want to take them. And then last one this side. And we switch over. So I'm holding on to my left leg, right leg long, right arm out in front, and then rotating. And forward 1. So we've got 4 of each. 2. 3. Last one. Just watch your right shoulder isn't hiking up towards your ear. Just caught mine starting to creep up there. And then we're going to rotation. So right arm goes up and around. I'm using my whole head, face, eyes to watch the arm as we rotate. 1, 2, 3. And 4. Nice. Let's bring ourselves onto our sides. So for side series today, we've got, it's quite a stretchy one. So you're going to bring yourself onto your bicep, palm facing up. As always, I'll say if you need to support your neck here, you could place a cushion underneath the head. The bottom leg's going to stay bent in front of you like so, probably a bit further forward bent. The top leg, we're going to hold onto our hand. If this is a struggle, hold on higher up the thigh, or don't hold on at all, but this gives you a better stretch. So I'm going to try and pull my heel in towards my bottom. You can see now that my knee is quite higher than my hips. I'm going to bring that top knee down so it's not, everything's nice and level, knee, hip, ankle. Top leg comes forward. And then you're going to reach the thigh out behind you, just to where it feels good. And then forward, that knee wants to creep up, that's 2. 3. 4, we'll go to 6. And last one. Let's hold this one here. Just holding back there to really try and open up the front of your top hip and anchor the bottom hip down towards the floor. Nice. And then knees together. We do the same on the other side, so switching over. Line onto the bicep, palm facing up. Try and be nice and upright here. Sometimes we can bring ourselves too far forward. Bottom knee bends out in front, top leg. We take the hand down to wherever we can get it. Knee aligned with the hip and the leg comes forward. That first one might always feel a bit awkward. And reach the leg back. 1. And forward 2. Focusing on the movement of the hip. 3. 4. 5. On this last one, we bring the leg forward. We bring the leg back and then we hold the leg back there, just getting a little stretch. And then bringing that top leg all the way down and in. Let's come into a quick rest position. So onto knees, reaching the hands forward, bottom towards your heels, towards your hips, towards your heels. And then we're going to come onto our front. So line onto your tummies. I'm going to shuffle up a bit. Arms out in front, shoulders away from ears. Bring the head and chest down. So you bring your head and chest down, but I'm going to tell you just to keep your front of your body nice and relaxed onto the floor. Legs are glued together, big toes, toenails looking down towards the floor. And then from here, we're pushing into both hands to lift the head and chest. Think about keeping the spine long and low. So we're not trying to come all the way up into our lower backs. And then exhale, come back down. This is 2. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Last one like this. From here, you're going to keep your left arm long. The right arm, you're going to bend the elbow so it points up towards the ceiling like so. And then you're going to bring the elbow in towards your body, shoulders away from ears on both sides. Now I'm going to push into my left hand to bring that right elbow down towards the floor. And I'm exhaling, coming back down. So I'm staying on the same side. So that's 1. Watch the elbow at the back doesn't try to fall out to the side. So we try and hug it in towards the body. Last one. Switching over to the same on the other side. So right arm forward, left elbow in towards the body, shoulders away from the ears. 4 lifts. Just try not to lean too far to your right. Try and keep the body nice and center. Relax the thighs. Last one. And all the way down. Let's push back into our rest position. Watch for the lower back here. So look after yourself as you push the hips back towards your heels. Last move, we're into our cat stretches. So you might have seen this version of a cat stretch on this channel before. So hands under shoulders. We're going to round the spine up towards the ceiling, tuck the tailbone under. Then you're going to reverse out, send the chest forward. We'll do 2 more like this and we're going to add on. One more. So really tuck the tailbone under, head looking towards the hips. When you reverse out, try not to dip into your lower back. Keep the hips nice and stable, but then send the chest forward as opposed to letting the hips go. So hold this hip stable, then the chest forward, come into your long spine. Same thing again, but this time we're going to bring the right leg out to the side. So you've got the option either to bring the right leg out long. If that feels really hard to hold, you can bring a bent leg further out. So you can either go long leg or bent leg further out to the side. I'm going to go long leg. Ready? It's cat stretches again. So we just tuck the tailbone under. And then we reverse out. And you might just find a stretch somewhere. For me, it's my groin. That's because that's where I'm tight. So it depends where you're tight. 2. Chest forward. Last one. Look after your kneecap as you bring that right leg all the way back. We'll do the same on the other side. So left leg goes out to the side now. Try not to lean too far to your right. And when you're ready to, cat stretch. Really get to that bit where you tuck the tailbone under in this position. So here I'm really trying to aim my tailbone towards my nose, nose towards tailbone. I'm going to do one more sneaky one on this side. I think we've done an extra on this side, but needed. Nice. Look after your knees as you bring the leg back in. We push back into rest position and we are all done. Nice. Well done, everyone. Thanks so much for joining. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. I'm leaving, let's talk down here. I'm leaving the live videos up here for now, but they might get deleted at some point. So do send your questions in. I'm going to refine these moves as we go and these classes as we go. But that was a nice gentle version anyway. So feel free to come back to it. It will be on the live tab on the channel. But yeah, thanks so much for joining, and I will see you again soon. Take care. Well, next week, in fact, at 12:15. Take care. Bye.